chapter 2, verses 2 through 5. It says, I'm unmarried, however, I see the covenant like a marriage. This metaphor applies in relation to what you said about focusing so much on mechanics. Would this be like a married couple who love each other, get in the routine of married life, and then grow, and love grows cold? Does this metaphor apply? If so, what advice or encouragement would you suggest for disciples? In reference to chapter 2, verses 2 through 5.
All right, so I mean, think about it if you're a married couple. So you can understand very well what this is talking about to some degree. There are things that you did when you first were trying to get to that place of becoming a married couple, and you might have even done in the beginning when you first got married that you don't do anymore, okay? Because it was new, it was exciting. You were so just focused on the other person. Then all of a sudden, life's busy realities kicked in, and you didn't keep a priority on the needs of the attention given to your spouse. And so all of a sudden, they're losing out to jobs, careers, children, whatever. Okay? A lot of women become sort of widowed by the man focusing on work. A lot of men become widowed by the women focusing on children. Okay? I mean, it happens, you can go either way. All right? And so, you end up not getting what you did when you first were in love, quote unquote, and wanted to get married, as you did certain things to impress the other person, to win their affection, to show them and convince them how much you cared about them and how important they were in your life. And those things tend to start to diminish and get lax. And that's when we have a lot of problems. Okay, we forget how much the other person needs, or, oh, well, they know I love them. She knows, he knows. Well, how? Okay? And so it's like that song, More Than Words, you got to do more than just say, I love you. You're going to have to show it. How do you show it, Some people's love languages, we can go into the love language thing real quick here, but is like they want to hear certain things and everything. That makes them feel loved. Other people, you can say all you want, but that's not going to do a thing. They need to have you do something. Either gifts, even small things, or just physical affection, or doing some sort of act of service. I mean, different ways we communicate. And what happens is when we first are trying to woo and win the person over, we care more about those things and try to do those things and are focused on. And the way we know is we look at the person's face and we say, "Oh, I got the reaction I was hoping for. That's what works." And then we get married and we don't care anymore. And we're not paying attention to the face we're getting. Okay? Or this one, I don't know if you can see with the glasses where they're like, the eye roll. We don't care about that anymore. All right? We wanted to be married, now we're married. Okay, mission accomplished, move on. Especially that's bad for whichever one was doing the pursuing that really wanted. It could be the guy or the girl. Hey, I got it, that's it. There's lots of more complex things to it as well. But see, I can see how that could be a good metaphor for this, is understanding that when you say you've left your first love, in other words, you stopped doing the things you first did when you were in love. Okay, how's that for a better way to maybe kind of picture it, okay? Because I know that I did a lot of things, with my wife and for my wife when we first got married that I don't do as much anymore, okay? And that's shame on me. And of course, she's got the same problem because, again, we've been married now almost 20 years. And it's easy to fall into these patterns of behavior where you don't do those things that you used to do. Okay? I won't tell you the things that they were. You'll all be going like, oh, dumb things. All right? Okay? Funny thing was, we ended up in a shopping center, like a Publix or something, at the supermarket, and there was an older lady saw us, and she could tell that we were like newlyweds the way we were. And so my wife started talking to her, and she was like, oh, my husband does this and that and the other thing. And then the lady's like, yeah. Let's have this conversation in 5 years. See if all that's still going on. And we were like, oh, no, the lady was right, but Of course, she was in her 60s and had already been married for 35 years, and she knew better, And we were married for 5 minutes and had no idea, okay? But you can choose to embrace your first love, the things you did when you were first in love. And that could really make a difference, okay? All right. Now, some of the things you might have done in the backseat of a car, don't try that now if you're in your 50s. You'll hurt something bad. Rabbi, did he really say that? But you married couples, I'm not talking about that, okay? You own a house now, an apartment, you're fine. Okay.